What's going on YouTube? I'm Evan, this is Marksman Trading, and welcome to this day trade recap. Today is February 8th, and it's a flat day, unfortunately. We're actually up only like 45 cents. Yeah, 45 cents on Nvidia today, or sorry, Amazon today. We took one trade on it, and we're in it for over an hour. It was a long trade. So let's get into this recap. So to start off, this is the 1 minute chart, right? We went long on a starter position over here at 1037. And I took it because we have this demand zone. We have previous day's high, previous day's close. So a bunch of key levels, right? This demand zone is based off of this 1 hour chart on Amazon. As you can see, we have it right here. Amazon on the daily chart gapped up a few days ago from earnings, I'm pretty sure. And then we've been holding kind of like these highs and these lows ever since. So been kind of consolidating over there. So today we kind of got over the higher end of the consolidation. And we broke over it, held previous day's high. And so I got in with a starter because I didn't think I was right in the trade yet. Because as you can see on the 5 minute, it was still pulling back. Still kind of pulling back around that time. So I got in only 2 shares at 170.87, and I had my stop loss way low. As you guys know, I've been practicing having bear stop losses lately with my trades because I noticed that a lot of times I'm right in the trade, but I just barely get stopped out for it to only go in my favor. So I've been using wire stop losses, especially in a starter, because starter is meant to give you wiggle room, right? So only 2 shares, went long here at 1037 at 170.87 after it was kind of closing and holding above previous day's high. But I didn't think I was right on the trade. I didn't think I was on the right side yet of the trade. And so that's why I didn't size in yet. As you can see, we actually did make a new low. So if I would have sized in, I would have had my stop loss to the lows here and would have gotten stopped out. But because I scaled in, I didn't stop out here. And then once we kind of broke this downwards trend line, held this higher low above previous day's high and this demand zone. Well, I guess now it's supply turning into demand. It was like a break and retest trade. And look at the 5 minute too when we close there. In the 5 minute, we closed with this solid, green bottoming tail engulfing candle, holding this 90 EMA pullback area. These bottoming tails. So it was just a solid entry. At that point, I felt like I was right in the trade, so I scaled in on a dip, full size. I got in 31 more shares, with an average of 170.90, and I brought my stop loss all the way up to the lows right here. Of like, what is that? 170.61. Yeah. So 170.61. Just gonna mark that out for you guys real quick. That was my hard stop loss when I was sized in. And this trade actually only went 1 hour. And so what I did right so far was I scaled in, took a starter, didn't stop out in the starter, had a good stop loss in the starter. And then I scaled in when I felt like I was on the right side of the trade, and that's right when it worked in my favor. As you can see, we had a volume pop right there, kind of pulled back, and then popped right back up to it, and we hit a high of 171.20. And that's actually 1 hour for me from this trade because my stop loss was down here at 170.60. My entry was at 170.90-ish. And so 1 hour for me was 170.20, but I didn't take it off. And I should have. As you can see, this line over here from these topping tails, not topping tails, but like kind of, this area of concern. So I should have covered some and let the rest ride out into to break the highs if I wanted to. That's what my mentor was saying. Because I noticed I was in this trade and I was getting emotional up here. It was kind of like up and down. The market was moving up, but Amazon wasn't quite moving with it. And so I was getting emotional. My mentor was like, hey man, just like take off a piece here, be smart, be proactive, do the right thing. And so that's like the message for today's video is, do the right thing when you're trading. Be proactive when you're covering. Don't always try to just focus on the R to R's, right? Focus on efficiency and just making sure the trade is, the highest probability to win as you can give it. And so unfortunately, I didn't cover up there because I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna relax, but I think we're gonna break highs, right? And so I was not taking the path of least resistance because we were rejecting this level. So I should have covered there. That was the mistake I made on this trade. As you can see, it came all the way back down, didn't stop me out, just barely, all the way back up. And then at that point, it still wasn't really high enough to take any profit on it. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna bring it to break even. If it comes down and stops me out for break even, that's okay. I was in this trade for well over an hour, and I just didn't want to deal with that anymore. As you can see, we actually would have stopped out. Not yet actually. It didn't hit our original stop loss yet, but it looks like it's very close. Like if it comes back down to test previous day's close or VWAP. So yeah, that's the lesson for today's quick recap. I know it's quick. I have to get going pretty soon. Going to Florida this weekend and into next week, so won't be trading tomorrow. Got to catch an early flight. But yeah, it was still a good learning lesson today. Basically just take the path of least resistance. Don't always focus on R's. Give yourself the best opportunity to be right in a trade. and whether that's proactively covering or scaling when you need to scale in. So I scaled in well today. At least I did that right. But yeah, my exit was not what it should have been. So thanks guys for watching this recap. I hope you guys learned something out of it like I did. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. God bless.